I don't like to hear. I have a lot of unanswered questions from Congress. I think that's not a good thing for Facebook to hear from them. Obviously, they can pull, executives from Facebook in to talk about it, and also Twitter and Google and others. But Facebook seems to be the one that's getting the most attention because it's the most important social network, and it's the place where people get their news, where this activity seems to have happened. And it's the one that looks good for the cameras for these various politicians. And so I don't think it's a good thing when politicians are saying, I have a lot of unanswered questions. I just don't, not for Facebook and definitely not for Silicon Valley.
Carrie, you've got good intel out in Silicon Valley. Have you been able to see any of the ads? What are they about? What did they try to influence?
You know, I've seen what's been reported and what we've reported. Obviously, they're trying to get people to meet, or Hillary. A lot of them, the Russian ones, were anti-Hillary Clinton, or maybe anti-globalist and things like that. And it's designed. It's not just designed to win an election. I think that's a little bit over-reported. I think it's designed to sow unhappiness or create tension within the system. And I think discord is a good thing, not a good thing for us, but I'm saying is that's a good goal for these ads and different things like that. But I think it's a lot of it is around confusion and discord and creating an unstable system and using these tools, which we invented in this country, which is amazing that these tools are being used so deftly by the Russian government and Russian hackers. So I think that's really the goal, but I suspect that there's going to be a lot more things that Facebook and other companies are going to have to give to investigators as they move into this.
Kara, investors don't seem too worried about this. The stock's still near all-time highs over the past couple weeks, but how do you think Facebook and social media writ large is going to have to change going forward because of these kinds of revelations? It's not just Russia, as we mentioned. It's the way ads might be targeted. It's also taking responsibility for content, which is something historically Silicon Valley hasn't liked to do.
Yeah, John, I've been on this issue. It's not a benign platform, and they need to take responsibility. I've said this for months now, in terms of what they're doing. I think they look at themselves as this benign platform where things are just being exchanged, but they have a greater responsibility. The stuff around the targeting of anti-Semitic stuff was very clear. They need to be much more aware what's going across their system and how it's being used. These are tools they're providing to advertisers or users or consumers, and they've just got to really monitor it better. And it can't just be via algorithm, as you know, because I think the ones that were anti-Semitic, I think, were algorithm-based, and what they do is they scrape the entire system and they come up with categories that people might be interested in. And unfortunately, people on their profiles have really unpleasant and in this case, anti-Semitic stuff. It's not big, but it gets noticed, and so they have to really they have to really think hard about the tools they're providing and what the result of those tools are. Whether it's bullying on Twitter, by the way, don't let Twitter off the hook. Bullying on Twitter, Google's sort of been in the background, but was it used? Was YouTube used? And you've got to think really hard about these platforms because they're so important in the way we get information now.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.